Hello, my beautiful friends. I am so excited to see you today. This is KNL with your weekly intuitive card reading. Not weekly, daily. I'm trying to do daily right now. Anyway, I am so excited to see you today. I have an incredible message from Spirit for you today. I've already tuned in, I've already prepared my energy, and I've already downloaded a lot of the messages. So let's get right into it. Um, Quick note, please make sure you watch the video until the end because as I mentioned yesterday, I am celebrating 112. Actually, yesterday I was celebrating 112 subscribers. Today I am now celebrating 116. So thank you to each and every single one of you. I am so grateful for all of you. And I'm doing a community appreciation giveaway. So stay tuned to the end to find out what you got to do to win. Okay, so as always, I am going to get into my 5 card spread designed to help you regulate, validate what you're experiencing, witness the deeper message unfolding, receive aligned guidance, and integrate the wisdom into your next steps. So, uh, if you're looking for guidance that's personalized, um, you can book a private reading with me. There's a link in the description. All right, what is your message for today? Today is guidance is coming from the Starseed Oracle. So I heard that my guides told me that I should use the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, and um, the card that I pulled today for you is Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Okay. So you are moving through a powerful portal right now. But as the tarot cards have shown me, it hasn't been the most enjoyable experience. And so let me start off by reading the message of this portal card and then we'll get into it. But something that I do want to point out right away, as you move through this portal, as the description in the card says, you're 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 being aligned or lined up for rewards. But you have to decide, and there's a wild card, and it says wild card here. And what that is pointing to is that you get to choose, it could go either way, and it's up to you to choose. But I know you're going to do it because I have faith in you, and I know how the kind of people that are attracted to my readings, are the kind of people who, implement the guidance that they receive and they learn the lessons that Spirit is brought them here to learn. And so that's why, we're all attracted to each other here. So, Portal. Doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful right now. Planets are aligning. Timing is right. The universe is saying yes. You have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It is also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short time. You're swimming with the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. Ah, doesn't that sound so good? When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change, effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into that new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy to jump right on in. And then there's a soul inquiry here, and it says, what would you most like to experience? Let us know in the comments, you guys, because when you share your goals and your dreams, they take, they take even more form, right? We're putting them out into the universe and they become almost like when you first share your goals with someone, it's like the first step in it becoming real because you share it with someone else. And now two of you are, believing in that and putting your attention on that. Um, Something that I've been wanting to share with people for a long time is that the most important aspect of or the most important resource of your being, I guess is what I was trying to say, is your attention, right? A lot of people think that time is our most valuable resource, and I agree that it is in certain respects. But our attention is so valuable. Wherever we place our attention is where our energy flows. And so, um, really guard your attention as much as possible because it creates your reality. It really does. So in my meditation this morning, I received a message that I also wanted to share with you. And Spirit was telling me it's already yours. You're just aligning with it. And I think that this was so helpful for me to hear because a lot of times I put so much pressure on myself to move forward with something that it creates resistance in me and stops me from moving forward on things, right? And so the idea that it's already ours just gives us a sense of relief. Like, oh, we've already got it. All we have to do is keep taking the baby steps to align with it. You don't have to put so much pressure on yourself. And this aligns perfectly with the rest of your reading. So let's get into it. In the regulate position, what is grounding you right now? We've got the Four of Swords, and this is the card of rest. Okay. And the Suit of Swords is all about your mind and your thoughts. So, as I was just saying, in order to move through this portal, it's about the way that we look at it. The choice is ours. It's a wild card, but we've pulled the wild card, but the wild card is up to us. Like the direction that the wild card goes in is up to us. So, um, but we're fully supported to move through this, right? And so you may be in a situation where you're feeling exhausted and that's asking you to it's causing you to slow down, right? Your body is probably asking for you to take a little bit of a rest. So just recognize that your body is trying to regulate you in that way. That message of rest is important because for all the reasons I'm about to tell you with the rest of the cards. Okay, so in the validate position, this is about what you are feeling that deserves to be honored. Okay, and we have the Ace of Wands here, and it's so cool because this showed up for us yesterday. So this tells me that this divine spark just won't leave us alone, right? And so what this tells me is that you are feeling a desire for that creative spark to return. You've been feeling exhausted, and it's making you feel like you're losing your creative spark, to be honest. If you just take a moment to just kind of look at the back of these cards. They're all gray, right? And so there's this overall energy of like gloom that you're moving through. But I also want you to recognize that this golden color of the woman who is resting, she's take the golden colors in the tarot represent very positive things. So even though she is you know, kind of like on a coffin, right? She's in the death position. This is not a bad thing. This is meant to be a good thing. You're meant to, the rest is good, okay? It's just that our ego wants us to think, it wants us to think that it's not good because it's impatient. Our ego is a little impatient and it doesn't know how to slow down and let the universe step in so that creative spark can return. So that we can get back to that inspired action. So, honor the fact that you are desiring that spark because you can have it. You can have it. And the rest of the reading is going to point us towards how to get that. But first, what we want to do is we want to witness and find the clarity in the situation. Why are we losing our creative spark? What is actually happening beneath the surface here? What is happening is that you've been slugging it out. You've been working really hard for a long time on some goals and some dreams, but you've experienced some heartbreak and some setbacks, right? Um, but it's been about growth. Threes are about growth. Even though it has felt probably horrible to go through these things, and I see you, and I'm sorry that you've had to go through these challenges. Just the fact that this is a three tells me that it is all meant for your personal growth. It is taking you somewhere. This heartbreak is not for nothing. Um, and so that is the truth that is emerging. You've gone through heartbreak, and it's time for you to recognize um, the lesson that you have been meant to learn through the heartbreak. So then in the fourth position of what your most aligned next step is, we have another ace card. So that's two aces, guys. So that is very good luck energy. Just as the portal was saying, the portal card was saying doors are opening for you and you're being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards. This is a lucky time for you. Things and energy is finally aligning in your favor after a long time of heartbreak. And so the Ace of Swords is about clarity. It's about breakthroughs. It's about new ideas. And so the experience of this time has been about moving through the fog, if you will, moving through the fog of misinterpreting your challenges as things that are holding you back. Yesterday, we had a message about it's happening for you, not to you. And that is actually what life is. Life is always happening for us. It's just that, again, our ego kind of gets in the way and we misinterpret it as working against us. And, that's understandable because these challenges, they're tiring, they're tiresome, which is why you need rest. But that's why the most aligned next step is actually this rest, right? So, again, look at this yellow and look at the crown on the top of the sword. So, what is going to help you with this breakthrough is taking that rest is going to allow you to place that crown upon your head. I'm getting crown chakra vibes. It's going to allow that clarity and that success to come back in. So, what happens when we rest after a long period of stress and maybe even burnout? When we rest, the lessons come through, right? When we finally stop and surrender to what our body is asking of us to take a rest, that's when things become clear. And so your next step is to rest to allow clarity to come into view. And then, my friends, the good part, what happens when you do this is that you you come to the gateway. Or the portal, if you will, right? We can't make this stuff up. So this is where it leads. It leads you through the portal. This is where you're able to go through the portal. All the yellow cards in the tarot are positive cards. So this is like you moved through all of these gray cards and you moved to the golden sea. You're able to look out upon the golden sea through the gateway. You gain the foresight to move forward in the way that would delight your mind, body, and soul. And what I wanted to share with you about this card, I love referencing Rachel Pollack's book, 78 Degrees of Wisdom. Let me just share with you what she said about that because it's really helpful in terms of understanding the Three of Wands. For a person troubled or struggling with the past, which is what's happening for you. This is the card of grief. You're probably grieving past heartbreaks. Um, Three of Wands can indicate becoming at peace with your memories. They become like boats sailing past on a wide river and then out to sea. The setting sun, a symbol of contentment, lights up the river, a symbol of a person's emotional life with warm golden light. So what that tells me is that you approach the gateway where it's like the world becomes your oyster, right? You're looking out upon that golden sea and you get the that warm and inspired feeling back. Um, as I mentioned, this is a gate card, right? And but its emphasis is on action, right? And so the positive thing is that your ability to take action again becomes restored, of course, because after a period of rest, we get our energy back and we're ready to go again. But the rest is so, so important. Again, like I said, in order to integrate those lessons, that we're meant to learn. Yeah, it says metaphysically, the sea has always evoked in people a sense of the vastness and mystery of the universe. And so it's like the spark returns, um, and you're able to move forward after you gain some stability with rest. And fours are about stability. So, yeah, rest leads to stability and growth. Excellent. What a wonderful reading for you guys. Okay, so that's the guidance for today. And as I promised, I wanted to share about the contest again. So, again, thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my videos. This just brings me so much joy to be able to do this for you guys. And I am just, beyond grateful for everyone who even gives me like a minute of their time to hear some of these messages. I truly am, my goal is always to help you listen to your own intuition even more clearly, to hear your own intuition even more clearly. But so, as a way to give back to my community, what I am doing is I am gifting one lucky subscriber a gift of a complimentary intuitive guidance session. What you have to do is you need to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment answering the question, what guidance are you seeking most right now? Or what type of reading would you love to see next? The contest closes on 7/15, so it started yesterday. I'm giving everybody a week to do this. Keep in mind, I'm never going to DM you. In order to communicate with everyone through this contest, I'm going to respond to your comment with my email address, and I'm going to ask you to email me so that I can send you a link to set up your session. The session will include a recording. And if you prefer not to do an in-person reading with me, I can always do a recording and send that to you as well. But the reading will follow my signature Canal co-alignment spread of regulate, validate, witness, guide, and integrate. So it's really great for helping you to move through challenges. So thank you so much for being here. And until next time, sending you so much love.